We need to shield the artifact they've got here right away.
Using Garneau's data, I should be able to accomplish this without difficulty.
Damn thing's been here the whole time. Why weren't we affected?
Perhaps the amount of time spent near the artifact is key. After a certain duration, it affords Leviathan an impressive mind control capability.
I'd call it dangerous as hell. Bryson's assistant tried to kill me.
Perhaps Leviathan was controlling him to protect itself, diverting people away from its trail.
Maybe. It just shows we don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Despite the risk, this artifact remains our only link to finding Leviathan. Perhaps we could find more information about it here in the lab.
Agreed. Bryson's team might have turned up something we missed. I'll look around.
Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to Mass Effect 3. And in this episode, we will be completing the Leviathan DLC. Last time, we were in search of Dr. Garneau and found him, but not as the person who claimed to be Dr. Garneau. But we kind of already knew that. And I definitely knew that, because I've played this game before. So join me, won't you, on my N7ANITY playthrough, as we are literally finishing up this game. We have this DLC, we have the Omega DLC, and then we have the party, and then we're off to the Elusive Man's base. So, next up, we gotta learn a little bit about, what's her name? Ann Bryson.
Bryson's assistant, Hadley. Do we have an update on his status?
He is in a vegetative state. The doctors believe it is permanent.
But the miners recovered when the artifact was destroyed.
Hadley lost consciousness when he attempted to answer our questions about Leviathan. It may have been a deliberate attempt to silence him permanently.
Unfortunate. Big old galactic map. It's like they took what we have on the Normandy and scaled it up. Crazy. Energy emissions test artifact P3X118. Hadley Derrick. Initial test. Artifact tests negative for infrared and ultraviolet emissions. No gamma or X-ray radiation detected. Follow-up tests. Artifact does not react to application of various stimuli. Internal readings inconclusive. No progress in determining age. Guess I stayed here all night finding out that this thing isn't really important. Fell asleep at desk. Conclusion. Artifact is definitely inert and safe. Recommend keeping it here for reference. We should all be near it. May be more useful than Leviathan in long run. Recommend we abandon the hunt for Leviathan and seek more productive studies.
They were testing the artifact for energy emissions.
And found nothing. Still, I recommend leaving it shielded.
Yes, because clearly it was affecting him right then. Why do we have human remains here?
Anything interesting about the artifact structure?
It is not constructed of the same compounds used in standard Reaper technology. Beyond that, nothing of relevance.
Let's go look around. What can we find?
EDI, what project was Garneau working on when he found the artifact?
Basilisk.
Got anything on Basilisk?
Several ships, a mythical creature, and a rare mid-tier enemy type in the Galaxy of Fantasy video game. It possesses a gaze attack capable of triggering synced animation kills. Player forums describe it as overpowered.
I meant the project, EDI.
Oh. Then, No.
There's got to be something here on this artifact. What about the server?
Bryson's assistant wiped the office server and destroyed all backups, likely before killing Bryson. However, records show new messages on Bryson's personal comm terminal upstairs.
Could be worth a look.
And that is what we must do.
A message from Dr. Bryson's daughter, Ann. According to my records, she worked with her father.
I'm at the dig site in the Pylos Nebula. Project Scarab paid off. I've got another artifact like the one Garneau found. I think it could be affecting people's behavior. You need to shield the one in your office. I tried to warn Garneau, but I can't get through. We've got Reaper scouts coming in toward the main site. I'm heading to the secondary base to grab what research I can.
Ann Bryson was attempting to contact Garneau on the asteroid colony. She seems to know something about the artifact.
She sounded worried.
If Reaper forces were approaching, her concern was warranted.
Let's hope we get to her before they do.
She said she was in the Pylos Nebula, working for Project Scarab. That cluster contains several systems. I'll call up the nebula on the galaxy map. We may also search the lab for clues to narrow down her location.
Alright, Pylos Nebula. We could just leave. We could.
Does anything in Ann Bryson's work history suggest where she might be?
Nothing relevant.
Thank you, Edie. This is why I don't do it myself. Task Force Aurora. Current travel requisitions. Project Basilisk. Team Leader Garneau Alex. Transport MSV Kirkwall. Project Scarab. Team Leader Ann Bryson. Transport MSV Icarus.
Ann Bryson flew out on a ship called the Icarus. Can you track its movements?
No. The Reapers have disrupted civilian comm buoys. But we might learn more if we find the ship's specifications.
You got it.
Any idea if Project Scarab involved Element Zero?
Unlikely. We may learn more from the Project Requisitions Locker.
Any correlation between Project Scarab and these unexplained creature sightings?
Not beyond Leviathan itself.
Alright, let's look up Project Scarab.
There are specifications for several ships here. We need to find the Icarus.
The Icarus. Here we go.
The ship has enhanced electrostatic discharge cells. They facilitate long-range FTL travel.
So they jumped to the Pylos Nebula by mass relay, then flew to another system.
Yes. Otherwise, they would have chartered a less expensive ship.
Okay, we can rule out the relay system.
So they went to a distant star. Went to a distant star. The mystery
The
unfolds.
locker is secure. We must locate an access card to open it.
Where the hell is that?
What about criminal activity in the Pylos Nebula?
Because the area is part of the Attican Traverse, criminal reports are unreliable at best.
It's very helpful. I need an access card. It's in the other room. It's in a drawer.
Access card for the requisitions locker?
Yes. According to records, it was last used by Ann Bryson to obtain equipment for Project Scarab.
Let's see what Ann Bryson requisitioned for Project Scarab. Water recycling equipment. Wind protection gear. Didn't take breathing masks.
Based on what Ann Bryson did or did not requisition, the dig site was arid but habitable.
Get me a filter for systems with compatible planets.
Do it, Edie. Do it.
We found Prothean data earlier. Are there any ruins in the Pylos Nebula?
Nothing Prothean.
So we can rule that one out. I think we have all we need. Let's go.
Based on the search data, it is one of these two systems.
Okay.
Based on the data, only one system remains a viable possibility.
Good. Let's go get Ann Bryson.
James and Garrus, let's go. Just drive where we want, I guess.
Okay, so we got reports of an attack on some scientists, right?
Right. Edie, can you tell us anything else?
This is the main site of a series of excavations established under Dr. Garrett Bryson. Staff records confirm the project lead is his daughter, Ann. She has recently uncovered another artifact possibly linked to Leviathan. That discovery must have made this dig site a target.
Yes. The attack means the Reapers are one step ahead of us. We need to pick up the pace. And since Bryson's daughter is our only lead, our objective is clear. Cortez?
Nothing so far, Commander. If she's down there, she hasn't responded to our hails. Getting some strange signals, though. Give me a minute.
That artifact she uncovered could be causing trouble. We've already seen what they can do.
Agreed. Take us in closer.
Copy that. We have hostile!
Take us in.
Commander, on the landing platform!
That's her. Okay, let's get...
Tracking multiple boats!
Get us over there.
Negative, it's too hot. Heading to lower platform. Hang on! There, go!
Jump!
So many harvesters. Ow.
We're in the shit now, Commander!
This whole thing could come down.
Move. She's somewhere above us.
Hello? Is anyone there? I'm coming down.
No, stay where you are. This is Commander Shepard of the Alliance Navy. It's too dangerous. We'll come to you.
Yes, okay. You should take the elevator up on the far side.
Copy that. We're on our way.
So many harvesters. This place is fucked. There's nothing down here, right? Alright, quick glitching out. Good job, Garrus. Proud of you. Garrus! It's not how you climb ladders. I mean, so many harvesters. We've seen what 2 can do to me.
Commander, they're swarming everywhere up here.
Can you find a place to hide?
I'll try.
Get there. Stay put.
You're done. Always use your biotic explosions. Always. Combo detonators.
Watch out!
Shit! There goes the easy way.
Look for another path.
It's gonna be above us.
I'm on it.
Garrus, where are you? There you are. Okay, climb the ladder like this, Garrus.
Looks like a bridge over there.
These rock faces have cave paintings on them.
Controls are broken. Someone try to fix it.
Right away. Some wires are short. Shouldn't take much to fix it. Give me a second. Got it. Raising the bridge now.
Yeah. Ah, shit! We got a bait!
See, Garrus just ripped right there. It didn't even matter.
Bridge is up! Move! That elevator can't be far! This way.
I would like to shoot some things too, guys.
There's the elevator.
Got it.
But it's not working.
Ann, the elevator's blocked. Is there another way up?
I'll override the pod door near you. There's an access point above, Commander, but you'll have to climb to it.
Copy that.
Climbing. What I do best. And that's how we do that. Everybody all right? What are you shooting? Oh. That shit. Level 60, that's max level. Leveled to the max.
We're blocked. Find another way.
Up more ladders. This is the ladders. The game.
Commander, they attacked my assistant Hopkins. We're being cornered.
Stay hidden, Doctor.
We're trying, but there's too many of them. Hurry!
On the double!
More cave paintings. These are just the inhabitants.
Ann, are you still there?
We're barely hanging on. Hopkins is wounded. Are you close?
We're moving as fast as we can.
Platform's coming down!
Around. Go around.
Yeah, I'm not really going that fast. I could be rushing. Seems like the correct thing to do.
No, Boyles, stay down. Oh, God.
What's happening?
Kirkwood and Boyles tried to run for it. The Reapers got him.
Don't move until we get there.
Look, my bloodborne friends. It's a living failure. Oh my god. I'm a living failure. I'm a living, breathing failure.
No, Boyles, stay down.
What's happening?
Boyles tried to run for it. The Reapers got him.
Don't move until we get there.
Thought you could run, huh? Stay down. Right, anyway, living failures. Don't waste your ammo on the bugs. Harvester will always win a fight against you. If you're not paying attention.
the elevator!
Get to it!
We also need all the money we can get.
Elevator's online. We're coming up.
Please hurry. I think Hopkins is dead.
He tried to run. I told him not to, but he wanted to help the others. Where did everyone go?
I'm sorry, they didn't make it. Doctor, I need you to come with me.
Oh god. Yes, of course. I was at another dig site when they attacked. I got back as quick as I could, but what's happening?
Commander.
I'm not sure, but it might have something to do with these paintings. Is that Leviathan?
Yes. Yes, we think so. It's old, much older than my father thought. And there, as if the natives were under its power. Clearly a Reaper, but acting alone. Not like any Reaper we've seen before.
Doctor, I understand you found something recently.
The artifact. Yes, of course. Incredible. It's just ahead. It may sound strange, but I'm certain it affects people. Their behavior. I've only had a short time to study it.
Not strange at all. Did you find anything?
Not much, but I did learn something about the energy it generates.
Get down. What are they doing?
They've activated it. I've never managed anything.
Doctor?
They've learned to run. The darkness must not be breached.
Shepard!
Take it out!
Got it.
You okay? Cortez, we have Ann Bryson. Need a pickup.
On my way, Commander.
Copy that. You see the shuttle, you run. Don't look back.
Okay. Yes.
At least they have, I've got the guns that I have them equipped with.
Roger that. We need to get rid of that harvester.
Yes. We must do that. Is it dead yet? Dead now.
Signaling.
What goes here? That's not where we go.
Copy that. Everybody, let's go! You okay?
Yeah, Commander. I think so. I blacked out.
Leviathan took control of you. We cut the connection before you got hurt.
Leviathan itself? That's incredible.
The Reapers seem as interested in it as we are.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
We were hoping you could help us figure out why. But first... Doctor, I have some bad news.
Ann, please. Suppose Leviathan's broken away from the other Reapers. Never went back to dark space. Like a rogue, or even a defector. I have to call my father. He'll want to know.
Ann, you need to listen to me, okay? Your father is dead. I'm sorry.
He's... What? Dead? He can't be dead.
We met with him, hoping to find out what he knew. Something happened.
Something happened?
You're not the first to lose control. Your father's assistant. One minute he was fine, the next... he drew a gun on your father. I couldn't stop him.
I can't believe this.
We have to find out what's behind it all. You're the only one who can help us. Ann,
I want to see his office.
we'll arrange for transportation. Meet you there.
Hello? Ann?
ED
Are you
wearing
here?
something different?
Ann?
Oh, Commander. Yes, I'm sorry. Just... This is hard.
Of course. Are you all right?
Yes. No. I don't know. My father and I didn't leave things in a great state.
An argument?
Yes. It was trivial. A disagreement on how to file some of the specimens. I was mad about something else. I don't remember what. And I took it out on him. So stupid.
It's all right. I can come back.
No, please. I'm okay. Seeing all this again? He was so obsessed. Crazy sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to know him.
Oh, sometimes I felt the same way. He was a great man. A pioneer. But he could be distant. I felt like an inconvenience growing up.
You sound angry.
I was angry. Still am, I guess. But sometimes, he was so full of stories, he nearly burst. I loved that about him. It's why I signed up for this work. I can't believe he's gone.
We'll figure this out.
We have to. I need to know what's on the other end of that artifact. What he died for.
We need your help. You're our last chance.
You're right. Let me dig into my father's work to see what I can find.
Ann, you sure you're up for this?
Yes. When Leviathan took control of me, I remember being somewhere cold and dark. But my father taught me to never be afraid of the dark.
Did he tell you to never be afraid of the ocean? Cold and dark sounds like the ocean.
I'm still amazed your father got his hands on a piece of a Reaper.
He was so excited. Your claims validated years of work.
Did you take appropriate steps to prevent indoctrination?
Of course. It was completely shielded, and we all had regular psych evals. But now, thanks to the artifact, I'm indoctrinated anyway, aren't I? Might as well be a Arachnite drone waiting for orders from the Queen.
Don't say that, and don't sell yourself short, Anne.
You studied the Rachni?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Rachni as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator. Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
Hey, loco. Need a hand?
Sure, James, don't look behind you.
We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
Yes, but this isn't a natural QEC. Leviathan has to send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God, he'd have hated dying here.
What brings you down here, James?
Saw what happened to Ann back at the dig site. That ain't right.
Well, make yourself comfortable.
Commander, you see this thing? This is great.
I'm sure it is, James.
Hey, Edie, husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
Quickly, James. We need you. We don't need a husk version of you.
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or, I don't know, whatever.
I don't really want it on my ship.
All right. Just don't tell anybody.
Nice. You think Esteban will let me set up bowling pins in the cargo bay?
I mean, maybe, if you ask nicely.
Ann, I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You could trace the signal.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Ann sounds dangerous as hell.
Noted. Edie?
Energy signature locked in. Waiting for activation.
So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go to Noodle House afterward and get some spicy noodles. That's the shirt I'm wearing.
You sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something. I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Yo!
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You are a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial locks. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Relay that, Lieutenant.
Signal is fading. Maintain connection.
We can fight them. We can win this.
The cycle cannot be broken.
You're wrong.
Focusing the point of origin. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
I'm stopping this! Raise the shield.
Jeez. Look at her.
Ann? Ann, are you all right?
I'm not sure. It hurts.
It's gonna be okay. You did great. Edie, did we get anything?
Yes, Shepard. But it will take time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
This better be worth it.
Agreed, Lieutenant. Anything else, Ann?
It was dark. Cold. I can tell you this much. Leviathan is angry.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on. Let's get you some help.
Damn straight it wants to kill me. I know where you are. And everyone else is going to be so thrilled when we show up. There's nothing else here. Let's go.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Ann helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
Never seen anything like it. Can't imagine what's waiting for us down there.
Reaper killer, assuming Bryson's task force had it right. Doesn't look like it wants to be found.
It doesn't have a choice. We're here.
Sure, but now what? Let's suppose it is a Reaper. Is that the kind of help we want?
Nobody says we have to be friends with it. But if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Let's hear it.
There's nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Underwater?
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
That's possible.
Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Guess we're gonna find out. Status!
Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Guess we're not gonna find out.
Not our best entrance, Shepard.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
Copy that. We'll look around.
Busted ships, makeshift shelters. We're not the first ones down by that pulse.
Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
Just ship after ship. That's a crazy big ship. It's like that one in Subnautica.
I'm not recognizing any of those ships. They're ancient.
I don't think some of these are from this cycle. If I'm going to be honest with you. The Argus. Datapad Ann Brooks. The hull will hold. That's what they say. Whatever God watches over ESO prospectors came through for us. Despite a hell of a smack in the water landing, the MSV Monarch displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful we're alive. Captain Pratt even ordered the champagne broken out. Helps perspective, I guess. The big puzzle. What downed us in the first place? Kunshan says it wasn't lightning. It was some kind of pulse. Directed energy weapon seems likely. But where would it have come from? There's no radio traffic. The whole bloody ocean is silent. Tonight, the techs are going to try rerouting the power to get a good mass drop before getting the thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours. I guess that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
Shepard, we got one of those artifacts.
Explains why no one gets out of here. Any idea how old these are?
To get bones that clean. Real old.
Shen Kunshan. Attempts to get airborne have failed every time. The damage done by the pulses, if you could call it damage, doesn't make physical sense. Connections aren't fried, but the Monarch's thrusters disengage. The distress beacon is likewise dead, but most of our electronics are still functioning. It doesn't seem to be a result of shielding. Without a distress beacon, we've got no chance. I hear bad things about ration supplies, and I think that's why the captain ordered us to collect rainwater and set up tents on the deck. It keeps us busy. Brooks has been talking about using the Triton's weapons to try blasting fish. I agree, but I haven't seen anything that looks like a fish. I wish I were an optimist. Everybody died here. Dr. Chilin. The rations will hold us 2 days more. Brooks sent a drone to the bottom and came up with a bioluminescent plant life. None of it is edible. I warned the crew not to eat it before my tests were done, but Romero and Mullins tried it anyway. They haven't stopped vomiting, and their dehydration wastes fresh water. We sent Kunshan's team on a raft over to the wrecks. They came back with spheres, some kind of organic-based alien technology, and nothing to eat. I want to believe they'll give us some answers, but if they had helped the other ships figure out what happened, they wouldn't be here now, would they? It's getting cold. Try not to go too far, because it'll trigger what's going to happen here. Captain Abel Pratt. Ramos is our first death. He tried to throw one of the spheres overboard and something happened. Kunshen and maybe 3 or 4 others started beating him like a madman. I wish I was quick enough to save him. They showed no remorse, not even comprehension. It's clear I am no longer in control. I held a funeral to keep order. The crew would have been at his body like wild dogs. We compromise he will be tethered in the water to track scavenging animals that we will catch for food. If he doesn't get a bite within 3 of this planet's days, we cut him loose as a water burial. We've sealed the Tritons off. They're dangerous, especially given the crew's mental state. My kingdom for a shark. So, what you're saying is...
Look up there!
We've got company, Shepard. Must have been right behind us.
Protect the shuttle!
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on.
Oh no.
Cortez!
Almost there, Commander.
Protect the shuttle! Cortez, situation!
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on.
I'm on it. Will do. Roger that.
Almost there, Commander.
Cortez, what happened to almost there?
Had a development, Commander. Fixing it now.
What in the hell, guys?
You got it! Cortez, I need that bird in the air!
What in the hell, guys?
Just a few seconds. Commander, on airborne.
Get us some cover fire!
Copy that. Commander, I've got enemy contact. Under fire.
Get to Cortez now. Yep, that's talking.
Status.
Shuttle's a mess, Commander. That pulse knocked it right out of the air. We're not going anywhere.
What about the Normandy? Joker could swing by.
Same thing would happen to her. And the landing won't be as pretty. I'd say Leviathan has some sort of defense system in place.
And we aren't getting out of here until we find it. So how do we do that?
Well, you might be able to use a mech. Looks like it's rigged for diving.
A diving mech?
It's a Triton model, military grade, repurposed for deep sea exploration. As long as the seawater hasn't corroded, it should be good to go.
Well, if that's what we have to do, let's get started.
Hold on a second. Are we actually considering?
First, we'll need to restore power to get that cargo door open.
How?
There's your answer.
These old Ballard-class ships are equipped with exterior power sockets. They use them for emergency repairs. We can strip the cells from the shuttle and use those for juice. Hang on, I'll get you started. Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in. Another power cell for you, Commander.
Never a dull moment. Grab another cell, Shepard. We'll hold them all.
Okay. So you guys kill. Oh, fuck. You guys kill the big guys. I'll just keep doing this.
Got another cell here.
Run back and forth, and do this and try not to die.
One more cell, Commander.
Acknowledge.
Ow.
Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
Cargo doors are opening, Commander. That mech is all yours. It should still have weapons capability.
Alright, little guy.
the water before they come back.
Roger that. Walk the mech back to me when you're ready to dive.
All right, Commander. Let's get you out of there, and I'll do a systems check.
Whoa. Hey, Commander, are you really serious about this plan?
We've come too far to stop now. The way home is through Leviathan.
Okay, SEALs check out. Oxygen pressure is nominal. Systems are a go. It's as ready as I can make it.
All right. Who's afraid of the ocean? Raise your hand.
Let's go.
Take care down there, Commander.
Closing hatch.
Engaging systems. Ready.
Testing comm link.
I read you.
Here goes.
You guys defend the shuttle.
3, 2, 1. Suit holding up, Commander.
Looks good so far.
Good. Getting some combat here. It's on.
Copy that. Cortez? Cortez!
There we go. Radio silent down here. It's just us and our thoughts. "50,000 leagues or more." We've been falling for a while to hit the ground like that while underwater.
Not sure if you can read me up there. Looks like I finished the major descent. Can't see much from here. Suit is holding up. Emergency systems have come online. Life support operational.
Well, this doesn't make any sense. We are only at a depth of 3,000 meters. That's not very far. Oh, who am I kidding? It is very far. Jellies. Why don't we eat those?
Scanner indicates the probe is below my position. Looking for a way down.
How about here?
Shutting down all non-critical systems to preserve remaining power. Not sure how much juice the emergency thruster will need to get me back to the surface. Can't worry about that now.
As we're down here,
Getting some strange readings from the probe. Something is definitely down there.
don't fuck with my probe. The probes are telling you where to go,
Reading
so
the
if you
probe
get
directly
lost.
below me. Looks like the final drop.
Oh, how's there light coming from down here?
Can't see anything just yet.
There she is.
Found the probe.
32,
Seems intact.
almost
keep
3,300
moving.
meters. Obviously, this thing can't take. We're in the red right now. And we're between 4,000. Well, why does it say we're at 4,000? Oh, that's pressure. and not depth. Why'd you shoot it all the way over there?
What is that? I had to find you.
This is not your domain. You have breached the darkness.
You killed a Reaper. I need to know why.
They are the enemy. One that seeks our extermination.
But I thought you were a Reaper.
They are only echoes. We existed long before.
Then what are you?
Something more. Your mind belongs to me. Breathe.
Dan. What's happening?
Your memories give voice to our words. Your nature will be revealed to us. Accept this.
The galaxy's at war with the Reapers. You defeated one. Why aren't you fighting back?
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Then help us stop it.
None have possessed the strength in past cycles. Your own species could be destroyed with a single thought. But you are different. I have witnessed your actions in this cycle. The destruction of Sovereign, the fall of the Collectors. The Reapers perceive you as a threat. And I must understand why.
Because I'm badass and I eat Reapers for breakfast. You could have just asked.
Through cycles, our kind was the apex of life in the galaxy. The lesser species were in our thrall, serving our needs. We grew more powerful and they were cared for, but we could not protect them from themselves. Over time, the species built machines that then destroyed them. Tribute does not flow from a dead race. To solve this problem, we created an intelligence with a mandate to preserve life at any cost. As the intelligence evolved, it studied the development of civilizations. Its understanding grew until it found a solution. In that instant, it betrayed us. It chose our kind as the first harvest. From our essence, the first Reaper was created. You call it Harbinger.
Now we get all the exposition about the Reapers. Finally, right? Intelligence.
You built that machine despite what you saw the other races experience. Why?
You cannot conceive of a galaxy that bends to your will. Every creature, every nation, every planet we discovered became our tools. We were above the concerns of lesser species. The intelligence was envisioned as simply another tool.
And now we all pay the price for your mistake.
There was no mistake. It still serves its purpose.
How did the intelligence defeat you?
To find a solution, it required information. Physical data drawn from organic life in the cosmos. It created an army of pawns that searched the galaxy, gathering this data. There was no warning. No reason given when they turned against us. water, only the harvest.
Isn't that just funny, you know? There's like, hey, so we noticed that these other lesser species make machines to help them, and then the machines turn on them, and then wipe them out. So why don't we do the same thing? And then, hopefully, because we think that we're so... we have our heads up our own asses about this, that there's no way it would turn on us. Idiot.
How did you remain hidden all this time?
Our extermination is not complete. Some survived and found refuge in the dark corners of the galaxy. I am their progeny. Over the cycles, the thrall races were controlled, removing traces of our existence as we directed them to. In this way, our survival was kept secret from the Reapers. Today, we reach out through the fragments and watch for discovery.
Fragments? You mean the artifacts we found?
They provide a window into the galaxy. Tools for exploring the events of this cycle from the safety of this world. Through them, we watch, we study, and remain in the shadows.
So, tell us about these Reapers.
Tell me about the Reapers.
Each harvest ends with the birth of a Reaper, perfect in its design, each formed in Harbinger's image. Our image. Each Reaper has the power to influence organics. Over countless cycles, this ability was refined, perfected, and gave rise to indoctrination.
So, you lied to me just now. Because we've taken down the Sovereign. And that was its own class ship, because that's the only one that we've ever seen as a species. Yeah. So we call them Sovereign class ships. But then we have the Destroyer class, and those are the ones on the planets, which we have destroyed 2 of those. Yes. 2 of those. We've seen them multiple times, but when we saw at the end of Mass Effect 2, we had all kinds of different looking Reapers out there, and I'm sure they have their own purposes during the Reaper War. Like, we haven't seen some of these Reapers that are in the Codex themselves, where they're kind of... sorry. Where they are there to gather, I think they're called gatherers, but they gather all the species of that planet through whether the indoctrinated forces, come there on their own, or the indoctrinated forces are going out and collecting the species and bringing them into that ship to be processed, much like they were doing on the collector ship, or the collector base, in order to turn them into Reapers. Now, why would they be trying to turn humans into a human Reaper? Did they think that because of what we had done against Sovereign, that our form was more useful than a squid creature, crustacean, mollusk? Or was that just hubris, and only to try to create something absolutely terrifying that would make the rest of the galaxy fully submit to the Reapers? You see something like that walking across your planet, I can only imagine, because that thing would have to be that 2-kilometer range. I think that's what they were, getting at with Mass Effect 2's Reaper embryo, is that thing was going to be 2 kilometers tall. It was going to be a Sovereign class. It's going to be the first of its kind, obviously. And so maybe, and this is where I'm thinking, depending on the cycle, because some cycles may just be like, the same old, like we show up, we harvest them, we create another one of the mollusk, squid-looking reapers, right? Because we had no problems with them. And then the other side would be like with the destroyer class and the other ones that we had seen, the more insectoid-looking reapers at the end of Mass Effect 2, and the human reapers, that if there's a species that causes a lot of problems during that cycle, that they need to create a reaper that's along those lines, along the lines of the species that was giving them trouble. In our case, it was humans. But in other cases, as we have seen, other reapers that look different from the Harbinger image, from Sovereign's image, from these guys' image. So I wonder if that's the case. If that's true, then no wonder why they were trying to get the Protheans to become a Reaper, but they ended up failing, and that's where we get the collectors from. It's from the Protheans they were trying to break them down and make them into a Reaper. And I don't know how a Reaper fails in its process of creating it. Maybe without enough Protheans, or maybe it's because with the Protheans they did uplift a bunch of species, and they had too much diversity in their species, I guess, in order to actually gather the tens, hundreds of millions, possibly even a billion of the Prothean themselves, like Javik, to create a Reaper like that, because they had many subjects in the Prothean Empire. Again, we forget that the Prothean Empire is not just a Javik-looking Prothean. They had many subjects, and they all called themselves Prothean, but that doesn't mean that they're all the same species. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's continue on with the cycles.
What's the point of all these harvests?
The intelligence has one purpose: preservation of life. That purpose is not being fulfilled. It directed the Reapers to create the mass relays to speed the time between cycles for greatest efficiency. The galaxy itself became an experiment. Evolution its tool.
Will it ever end?
Unknown. Until the intelligence finds what it's looking for, the harvest will continue.
So they've become viciously efficient. Hey, maybe we needed to demote the Reapers from their job, like my job did to me for being viciously efficient. Making others look bad. Can't have that. Jealousy. No, so there's like, ooh, we could do it this way, and then there'd be every 50,000 years, and not just have to sit there and wait for it to possibly happen. So that's why they created the mass relays, and the Citadel was to jumpstart everyone who ended up finding their technology, to get them to the Citadel, to get them to make enough of their own species so that the harvest would be more useful, more prevalent, much like what we do with corn and such here on Earth, is that we make sure that, like, there's always going to be, you can't have a 100% yield on your produce when you're growing it, and so when everything gets harvested, you do have to throw stuff out, right? And that's probably the case with what they were trying to do here. They're sowing the fields, so to speak, with these seeds that they will come back later to harvest and that would lead to the greatest efficiency and the most amount of these species harvested in order to create new Reapers. Now, here's the thing. I was thinking about this just now as I was speaking about it. Speaking about the harvesting side, but I think that maybe when it comes to like the Sovereign class or even the Destroyer class, but when we have multiple Reapers of the same type, those are the ones comprised of multiple species. And when we have the bigger, the ones that look different, that's comprised of only one species. So that's where my mind is going there. So, yeah. So they became viciously efficient, and now they're treating the galaxy like a farm, and they are gaining so many Reapers probably from each harvest, so we don't even know how many Reapers there are. I did the math when it came to Klendagon and finding that derelict Reaper out there, which was, what did he say, a 13 million year old derelict Reaper? Is that what Tim said? Well, the math from that would indicate if you got one Reaper per cycle, that would be 740 cycles ago. So that'd be 740 Reapers to add to the armada of Reapers that you have. But if they can do more than that, then who knows how many Reapers are created during a cycle. I think it varies, honestly. So,
What do you know about the Crucible?
We have watched its construction before. It has never been completed. Those who have tried still fell victim to the harvest. Its outcome is unknown.
Okay, you made your point. Will you help stop the cycle?
I have searched your mind. You are an anomaly, yet that is not enough.
Wait!
The cycle will continue.
No! You've been watching. You know this cycle is different.
We will survive. You will remain here as a servant of our needs. The Reapers will harvest the rest.
If you release me, no one has to be harvested.
Nothing will change.
The Reapers know where you are. You can't just watch anymore. You have to fight. Even if you survive the battle today, the Reapers won't stop. Ever. Release me and we have a chance to end this, once and for all.
alright, see ya. Just passed out. It was all a dream. Oh my God.
Your confidence is singular.
I've earned it. Out there fighting, where you should be.
It is clear why the Reapers perceive you as a threat. Your victories are more than a product of chance. We will fight, but not for you or any lesser race. We were the first, the Apex race. We will survive. And the Reapers who trespass on this world will understand our power. They will become our slaves. Today, they pay their tribute in blood.
What an interesting thing for them to say. They are the Apex race, the first race. You're saying that you evolved from whatever crustacean / mollusk that you evolved from. Like we evolved ourselves, right? But you were the first ones out there into the galaxy. And so you know this for a fact, that there was no species before you. The first intelligent species, I should say.
Reaper inbound!
Let's save some of that because it's hard enough to get images that are moving.
Shepard, wake up! He's freezing! You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Hell of a headache.
We're lucky we got you back. I've got Ann Bryson on the comm.
Good. Put her through.
Commander.
You feeling better?
Yes, thank you. I'm doing fine. What happened?
We found it, Ann. We found Leviathan.
Was it worth it?
No?
I don't know. But we proved it can't hide anymore.
It wasn't
That it's
worth
a
it
part
at
of the
all.
story, just like us.
Sounds like an amazing story.
One for the history books.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about it. My father would appreciate this, knowing the truth is out there. In the meantime, Admiral Hackett has asked me to join his scientific team. We all have our part to play. I should get to it.
Take care, Ann. And thanks for all your help. Shepard out.
Commander, I finished reading your report.
The Alliance wanted more intelligence on the Reapers. I'd say we got it.
Our people will be studying it for years to come. They're already calling it the Leviathan Codex. It rewrites galactic history as we know it.
Whatever else it means, it tells me the Reapers had a beginning. And maybe now we'll provide them with an end.
That's one way to look at it. I guess it's the only way. So go out there and make it happen. This is a big step in the right direction, Shepard. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Hackett out.
To the Noodle House. Thank you, humans, so much for joining me today. Leviathan DLC. Done. Next time, we will start with going to the Citadel and going around the Silver Sun Strip and going to the apartment to hang out with the available squad mates that want to hang out now. And then we're going to be heading off to Docking Bay 42, where we will be meeting up with Arya so we can go to Omega. So that one's also going to be a two-part series because there's a lot to do on the Citadel first, and then we're going to be heading out there. And so obviously if you have seen it, you're going to know where I'll probably be stopping in the Omega DLC. And, it's the first act of the DLC, and we'll have the other two left. So why don't we headbutt the like button for you, boy, and leave comments down below. What did you feel about discovering what the Reapers are and the Leviathan species and all that when you first played it? So I'd be curious to know how you guys felt. And what do you think about what I was saying about the Reapers and all that? And why don't you share this with your Mass Effect friends? And let's try to get this ball rolling. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you Starside. Take care. Anyway, above me is the playlist for Mass Effect 3, and in the opposite corner is the SSV Discovery channel. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I am still working on some projects over there, so no, they are not out yet. This is a lot of hard work to do with a full-time job. This channel, trying to get clips done. If you haven't seen the clips, they're over there. I got an old Mass Effect clip over there that you have seen. It's still here on this channel. You know what? No, it's not here on this channel anymore. It's over there. And then the newest Mass Effect clip is also over there. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you Starside. We're number 1. Take care.